global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. The Edo 2020 has begun in earnest with so much drama ongoing as the president has also expressed his concern over the issues and crises going on. Don't forget that barely 10 hours ago, the president officially endorsed Iyamu. As soon as he was found, he went down to Aso Rock alongside other APC chieftain. The president Muhammad Buhari has warned the All Progressive Congress APC leaders and campaign team to avoid repeating the mistakes in the Edo State gubernatorial election, similar to the one that cost the party victories in Rivers, Zamfara, and Bayelsa State during the last elections. He has therefore charged them to do all within their powers to follow legal and constitutional means to win the election. He gave the charge on Friday while receiving the APC candidate in September 19 Edo election state, Pastor Iyamu, on Friday in Abuja. He expressed optimism that with the resolution of the acute crisis in the party in Edo State, the party will regain its pride of place in winning elections and serving the people. President Muhammad Buhari also urged party leaders at the national and state level to follow the electoral process in an open and transparent manner. What I want is a transparent process so that confidence of the people will be strengthened. A statement issued by Garba, Shehu, the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Buhari congratulated Pastor Iyamu on his emergence as the party's candidate in Edo State after a turbulent process, assuring him of full support. Earlier in his remarks, the chairman of the caretaker committee who presented a candidate told President that Pastor Iyamu is a seasoned grassroots politician who is loved by his people, noting President Buhari's blessing on the candidate further validates the party's confidence. The chairman of the APC Edo State gubernatorial campaign, Governor Ganduje, said in line with the principles of the party, the APC will lead a clean campaign devoid of acrimony, hatred, and violence. Governor Ganduje said the campaign has started on a good and happy note, with the APC already taking over the state legislature with a majority of 17 out of 24. A statement issued by Garba, Shehu, senior special assistant to the president, media and publicity, said his response. Iyamu assured the president of his commitment to enduring good governance in the state if elected in September elections, recalling that he served as deputy chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee of the APC at its formation. He said he was glad to return to the APC, describing his initial exit as that of a prodigal son. APC candidate thanked the president for the warm and fatherly reception, saying he was honored to receive the president's flag from the president, the party's flag from the president. President Buhari received the governorship candidate at the State House alongside caretaker committee chairman of the APC, that's Governor of Yobe State, Mai Malabuni, the chairman of Progressive Governors Forum, and Governor of Kebbi State, Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, and APC campaign chairman for Edo State elections, and Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. All right, that's basically the news. And already President Muhammad Buhari has started exhibiting fears over the fact that any illegality will have a way of always giving it back to the rightful owners. It happened in the time of, it almost happened in Edo State, what took place in Rivers, but not for the timely intervention. If you check properly, Iyamu was one candidate that was so quickly taken. Others didn't really endorse, but by the time INEC had already closed their portal for another nomination, they had to endorse Pastor Iyamu. Of course, that was ruggedly backed up by Adams Oshiomole. So that particular part which would have taken place, that's the Rivers syndrome, didn't take place. Rivers governorship syndrome didn't take place there. But now they're now looking at the fear for Zamfara syndrome. Okay, the Zamfara syndrome shouldn't take place, or the Biafra syndrome shouldn't take place in Edo State, where they felt they have won it, but somehow along the line, when court injunctions here and there, finding illegality in the process, it was thereby annulled and the opposing party given victory. Now, looking at what had happened so far, we begin to find out that in Edo State now, should I call it illegality? Parallel, okay, let me use the word parallel governance or parallel legislation is what is going on here. Now, they said they had inaugurated 17 members. We have no problem with that. Now, the question is, what kind of mass? Some persons were saying they had a mass with them. So, it was, although at the early stages, the speaker actually warned the public that Governor Hope Uzodinma was coming into Edo State with illegality and is bringing in a fake mass. Now, if you check various videos that actually gone online, we noticed that the mass that was with the 17 inaugurators APC-led legislature was actually silver in color. While as we all know that the original mask we know should be in gold color. So I don't know if it is Abba made mask. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. But I guess what must have come to the mind of Imo State governors, they're looking for mask, we'll get the mask. Whatever, all mask is mask. If you're looking for mask, we'll give you mask. So I guess they got any mask, and with that mask, it is seen as approved. But let's look at this very critically. If this is what governance is, and some persons will just wake up one morning and a certain party people will just move into a particular place, even when they have adjourned their plenary session till on Monday, and they decided to sit anyway. Okay, they took it to an undisclosed place with just one party, APC members only, and they decided to inaugurate whatever they did. Is this how it's being done? Let's be careful how we, legalize illegality, because if this is permitted and allowed in a Edo State and it becomes a norm, definitely we'll definitely see something like this. By the time the opposing party does same in other states, let no one call it illegality, because this is already being played out in the ruling party. And no one is seeing anything wrong with it. Now, if this continues and is now this illegality is now legalized, then let's get ready for anarchy and chaos in democracy. Because by the time the next election comes in, maybe Anambra is going to be the next after Edo. Well, then we begin to see things like this, where in space of 24 hours, we'll have two speakers. In the space of 24 hours, we may impeach one governor and put another governor. Things just keep happening that beats the mind. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on this? I already feel that the president, watching what is going on in Edo State, is seeing the forceful nature of things, illegalities playing out here and there, legalizing illegalities. And I hope that it won't end up, they will end up shooting themselves in the leg by the time all this fizzles out and will begin to quote constitution and counter constitution, quote the law and what the law says and what constitution doesn't say. I hope they won't end up losing it out. But that's where we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on this? Do you think that with all these illegalities going on, Obaseki has what it takes, to still keep the ball rolling, being that he's the incumbent? Or do you think with the federal might coming into play for Iyamu, and also the fact that Adams Oshiomole is ruggedly bringing everything into play, do you think that Obaseki will survive the storm and eventually emerge the governor? Or do you think he should be writing his handover notes to Iyamu because his tenure as the governor?